All right, everyone, in this video, I'm going to be covering one of the biggest constraints I think AI agency owners face, which is booking more sales appointments, okay? This is a very common bottleneck that almost everyone faces and is the big key reason why they're not able to scale to 10, 20, 30, even 100K a month within their AI agency. It's simply just having more booked sales calls on the calendar and more opportunities to pitch people on the service. So throughout this video, I'm going to be walking you through exactly how I recommend setting up paid ads today and certain offers and price points I would recommend around the booking call funnel. Okay, I'm not going to be talking about the VSL funnel. I'm not going to be talking about other funnels. I'm strictly talking about paid ads to a regular calendar page with a structured pre-call page, as this is what's currently working really well to print appointments while you sleep. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy, and let's jump into it. Alrighty guys, let's jump into it. So when it comes to setting up paid ads, like I said, I'm going to be going through A to Z in this video, how I'm recommending to set these up. And before I go into this, I really want to make super clear, because paid ads is by no means, there's no guarantees when you spend money on ads on Facebook and Instagram to book calls and hopefully close deals for your AI agency. It all depends on how you set it up. A lot of people can make mistakes, especially when new to running ads. And it depends on your offer you're running. There's a lot of factors, right, into what you're doing it. So in this video, I want to guide you guys in the right direction, but just know the money you put into ads is money you're okay losing. All right. I want to make that very clear, putting that out here, because there's no guarantees around what you get back. But there's a very likely chance that you will make money if you set things up right. And of course, you execute on all the things needed. All right, first, let's jump into it. So we've gotten to the point now, let's say in your agency, where you've chosen your industry, you know your ICP or your ideal customer profile, you have your offer and service, you have all your branding down, you've built out already GoHighLevel, all this stuff. If you guys haven't done all this, if this is new to you, please go to my 5-hour free course after watching this video, because there is a bunch of stuff on all this here, and you're just gonna wanna go there and refer to all that stuff there. Now, once we have GoHighLevel all built out, we are going to build out our ad strategy. So we're going to run ads on Meta, this is Facebook and Instagram, for our ideal clients, okay? And in this video, I'm going to go with the just notion and say we're working with real estate agents, okay? Let's say that's the industry I'm working with. So if we're going to run ads for real estate agents, what are the things needed in order to do this, okay? And as in to get real estate agents as clients, all right? I want to make this very clear. This is booking sales appointments on your own calendar. This is not fulfillment or ads for your clients. This is to get clients that pay you money for your AI agency. This is how you make money in your AI agency, just because people can get easily confuse the two. So step one is we need to do we need to create our own business page, okay? So first thing, if you haven't already done this, is please go to the Meta Business Suite, create a business account, create a Facebook business account. And when you go to the settings, it's gonna look something like this. And once you're here, you need to do a couple of key things. Number one, just make sure all your business info, it could be your own personal info or whatever, is fill that up here, because Facebook is really easy, is really, really stingy around certain things, and they will easily ban you. So just really keep that in mind, because you can get easily restricted. I know many people, including myself, that just got my Instagram taken down last week for a really stupid reason. Anyways, point is, just be very careful and make sure you give Facebook as much data as possible so they know you're a real person. This will prevent you from getting shut down, hopefully. Now, next thing you need to do is make sure you create a page. Okay, so this is going to be a page, a Facebook page you're going to run ads off of. This is separate to your personal, okay? The big difference is when you create a first Facebook account, you have a personal account. A business account is totally separate. The business page is completely separate. This is my business page right here, as you guys see. Okay, in order to make it for yourself, you click add up here, create new Facebook page, and this will create your business page. It'll ask you a couple questions. All you have to do is put a profile picture on it. And then what you can do is you can assign it to yourself. So click assign people, click yourself, and then just have it at full control. And the next thing you're going to do, which I'm going to show you, is you're going to create what's called an ad account. So you're going to go right here where it says ad accounts, and you're going to click add, and then you're going to create new ad account. I've created the maximum for my own account I'm using here, but this box should be open for you. And this takes 2 seconds. You literally just name your ad account, and then ideally put your payment method info into Facebook so they know this is the payment method you're going to use when you start running ads. And then what you're going to do is make sure, again, you assign it to yourself and people, like right here, assign yourself. And then you're going to use, you're going to go back to pages right here, and then you won't have to connect any assets, so you're fine there. And then once you go to your ad account here, you're all good if you've added the payment method, etc. Cool. Now let's talk about how do we actually set up the campaign and how do we make the ads. So this is what it looks like when you go to the actual ads themselves. So when you click over here, Ads Manager, you click this, click Campaigns, you're going to get shot to a page just like this. Make sure you are signed into the ad account that you created for this business manager, okay? I know it's very confusing, but for those of marketers who are not watching this, when you create a Facebook personal account, which you have to have in order to have a business account, that also comes with an ad account. Make sure you are not setting that up, all these ads and all this stuff up on your personal account. Make sure it's your business ad account, the one we just made right here, as you can see. Make sure the one you created right here is the one you are signed into as above, right up above. Cool. Now we're going to create a campaign and we're going to click this for, I'll have to do this later, don't worry about it. I'm going to click leads, okay? Click continue. All right, so I'm going to walk you guys through how I recommend to do this. Now, again, like I said, the entire goal here is to get booked sales appointments. And this is going to matter a lot with GoHighLevel, which I'm going to show you guys, this is all integrated here in a minute. But big key thing is when you guys make these campaigns, please understand it depends on your industry and depends on your offer on what the results look like. So I'll give you guys the example. If you're working with real estate agents, a good cost per call right now could be anywhere from like $30 to like $50, okay? As in you're going to spend $30 to $50 to get a booked sales appointment with a real estate agent that is interested in your AI agency service. And then for other industries like dentists or lawyers, it could be a lot higher. It could be $100, $200, whatever it is to actually book an appointment with them. So just keep that in mind. And these are all things I'm going to cover here. So start up here, campaign name. We're going to go campaign number 1. And then we're going to go to budget right here. They'll give you two options here. There's campaign budget optimization, otherwise known as CBO, and then ad set budget optimization, which is ABO, okay? I recommend, this is what I personally like, I like ABO, ad set budget optimization. The reason I do this is because when you test a bunch of different creatives and then you have this option on, the whole key point when you create creatives or just campaigns is you're going to have kind of 3 different tiers. You're going to have the campaign, which is the big umbrella over everything. You're going to have ad sets or ad set, depending on how many you have that sit under that campaign. And then you're going to have all the ads that sit under the ad set. The main key difference is the campaign holds all the broad basic optimizations of the campaign, right? How much are we spending a day? What's the name of it? What's our objective? Cool. Okay, and that's pretty much it. When you guys go to the ad set, which I'm going to walk you through in a second, that's all about your targeting, the location you're trying to hit, any interest targeting, the placements, where it's showing up on people's feeds, etc. And then the ad itself is the actual creative, right? So this is the image or the video ad you're running with the copy and then hitting them, straight to a landing page, where the kind of call to action is. So that's how you understand. But the big difference about campaign budget is when you have this on, I'm just doing a full crash course 101 for you guys for when it comes to ads. Campaign budget, what it does is it's going to disperse all the spend. Facebook will decide where they want to spend the money. As in, do they want to put it in this ad? Or if you have other ads, does it want to put it in there? So if you have 2 ads in here and then you have this on, Facebook could decide to go put your $50 a day budget. It could decide to go put $49 a day into this ad, but then only $1 a day here. Because its algorithm will kind of think or just decide wherever it wants to put the budget. And in my experience, most of the time, their algorithm is actually not right when it comes to the spending. Because you can spend in other better places. So I like to click this option here. Share some ad set. No, turn this off. And Facebook's going to give you a bunch of like warnings or optimizations or whatever. I'm telling you, for a lot of the time, you should ignore it. Next, right here, we're going to go to the ad set level. We're going to I like to always call it ad set number 1. And then conversion location is we're going to do website. Okay, boom. And I'm going to show you guys how to create the pixel and everything here just in this video, but just click website for now. We will connect a pixel here later in the video, so just stay on tight for that. And don't fill it out here. This is all normal, cool. Dynamic creative is something you can use. I use it on some of my campaigns, but just for super simplicity, if you're a new running ads or you're spending under like $100 a day, just keep it how I'm showing you guys here. Now, it's asking for the budget here because now it's going to disperse budget based on the ad set. I know this really sounds confusing. This is your first time watching this. Trust me, you will get used to this stuff. But we're going to have one ad under each ad set. So that means I'm probably just for this example, for the sake of this video, I'm going to make 2 different ads and I'm going to have 2 different ad sets. I'm going to say, and here in this video, that my budget, I want to spend $40 a day, okay, which is a decent starting point if you're working with real estate agents or whatever to spend money on ads. So I'm going to keep this at $20 a day because we're going to have one more ad set that also spends $20 a day. And it's going to put $20 a day into each ad, okay? Cool. Start schedule, this is all good. Inclusion, just going to do United States. You could do Canada too, or wherever you're trying to target. You could do UK. I think working with US clients is probably the best, honestly, just for money's sake, what they have. And then we're going to use Facebook's algorithm to do a lot of the actual, I guess you could say, interest or targeting for us. You could manually, like I'll show you guys right here. If you click more controls, you can change the minimum age. So if you're working with like roofers or even real estate agents, sometimes 18-year-old real estate agents or 18-year-old roofers, they don't have any money, right? So you can make the minimum age like 21. This is also another big one, languages. So if you're working with roofers, for those of you guys that understand the roofing niche, because I have an agency currently where we're spending a lot of money and making money in roofing. And we work with a lot of roofers, and one thing that's common is there's a lot of Spanish-speaking roofing companies in the United States. So if you have your languages set to all, you're going to hit a lot of Spanish-speaking roofing companies, even if your English, your ads are, say English on it. So just keep that in mind. Be very wary of this. So I like to always just put English all. Cool. Now, we can, if we want to go like custom audiences or even get really in the weeds of like, where's the actual interests themselves? Yeah, like detailed targeting. We could like get super specific here, but like, honestly, just for simplicity, I think that you let Facebook do its thing when it comes to the targeting. And this is even my suggestion. So Facebook might even still hit people that are 18 years old. Like, Facebook really decides where it goes, okay? At the end of the day, all we're doing is providing recommendations when it comes to all the targeting. So even if you put a bunch of targeting demographics right here and you decide to put like entrepreneur, okay? Even if we put that here as like an interest, you can stack a bunch of interests in each ad set. It's not even going, that doesn't mean it's going to hit entrepreneurs. This is just your recommendation and Facebook will do what they want with it, okay? Keep that in mind. We're going to have this off. So just like this is like how I like to have it. Placements like so. You can change the age. Make sure the English is set here, as you see here. And then make sure your daily budget is good. And then just make sure this website's here at the top. Now we're going to go to the ad level like so. If I click, I'll just call it ad number 1. And you can connect an Instagram account. You actually don't have to. You can just use the Facebook account and it will still run on Instagram. So it's totally up to you. That page you made right here, like so, up here in pages. This page you make is directly going to go in right here and you can choose this as an option. And that's what I would do, of course, if this is the one you're running to run ads off of. And then Instagram account, this is optional. I think it's good if you're trying to build a long-term brand, but if you're just trying to get ads up fast, just click this option. It's the default. And your ads will totally still run on Instagram, no problem. It's just not gonna be from an account. So scroll down a little bit. We're going to turn off multi-advertiser ads. I don't personally like this. This means if you guys have ever seen ads on Instagram and there's like, sometimes you get hit with like an ad, but it's like a cluster of ads. Like it's like 4 different ads in a row where you can swipe between each one on a story. No one's like, I personally don't think that helps. I just like to turn that off. Okay. Website. This is totally up to you what you want to put here. And this is what I'm going to talk about in a minute. This comes down to your funnel. And then anything else we'll do, we're going to set up the ad creative here in a minute. And then great. Okay, so I'm going to quickly open up GoHighLevel and show you guys how this is done. So just give me one moment. Okay, cool. Now that I've opened GoHighLevel, as many of you guys know that have used my Snapshot or watched my 5-hour course, I give you guys all the funnels, automations, calendars, and templates I recommend you use, and also client onboarding funnels. So I'm going to be referring to that throughout this video. If you do not have this and this is news to you, please go watch my 5-hour course after this video. And when you sign up with my GoHighLevel affiliate link, you're getting an email with all this stuff. Okay. We're going to start with, like I said, a call funnel, okay? So we're going to start with ad set funnel number 2 or ads funnel number 2. And I've already made it for you guys. So this is what a funnel looks like if this is brand new to marketing. It's just a page that looks like this, okay? So we're going to send people to this page from the ads that we make. So I'll give the example of like, let's say, again, you're trying to hit real estate agents. Real estate agents, implement AI into your business to scale to 10 listing appointments within the next 90 days using AI or something. You could add that at the end. Schedule a call with us or our team to learn how we do it. And then boom, you have your calendar here. And this calendar is directly, again, implemented in GoHighLevel. You go to calendars and then calendar settings. Everything you need is inside GoHighLevel, okay? Like I'm telling you, this is the best CRM when it comes to anything agency related. Everyone uses it and it's for a reason. And then right after they book a call with you, they're gonna get shot to what's called a pre-call page, okay? I don't want to spend too much time in this video because I want this video solely to be on ads, going through sales processes and VSLs and pre-call pages and all this stuff. But for simplicity, I'm going to quickly explain the two and then you can understand it. So First thing is, again, like I said, this is just the page people get shot to from your ad, and then they're prompted to book a call. When people click select here, you can add questions on the form here within GoHighLevel if you want to have pre-qualifying questions. So this is going to vet people out that just aren't qualified. I'll give you guys the example of, like, let's say you're working with realtors, real estate agents, and you want to vet out the people who are just broke. So you could add a question on this form here that says, how many deals or how many homes have you sold within the last 12 months? And you can have a checkbox that says 0. And anyone that clicks 0 is going to disqualify them from this page once they try to schedule a meeting, and it's not going to book a call. That's what you can do. And then once they book a call, they get shot to a pre-call page. The point of a pre-call page is this is the page they see before seeing you on the call. So you want to make expectations extremely clear. So that's why you have it could be a 2-minute video, it could be a 15-minute video, whatever it is, just going over the key things they need to know before jumping on that call with you. This could be expectations. This could be making sure you don't show up in a loud environment or in the car with a screaming baby in the back. Make sure you have a pen, notepad ready with good Wi-Fi. All that, it can make a quick video here, and that's what's called your pre-call video. This increases quality of appointments and show rate massively, okay? Do not underestimate how important this video is, and try to make yourself look professional, of course, in that video. Next thing is confirm your call. So I've already done this for you guys all on the page that you guys use from me, but essentially automations will go out to appointment reminders, and they just need to reply by yes, to all these appointment reminders and confirmation texts they're going to get over email and text. Then step 3 is you film quick 3 videos. I like this. This is optional. I think it's really helpful. But you can film 3 quick videos that just pre-handles the most common objections you're going to probably get on your sales calls. So for example, how much does it cost? I've been burned before. How do I know this isn't a scam? And you make 1 to 2 minute videos answering each of these questions, and then they have more context going to this call with you, right? And a lot of the times, they're actually not even going to bring this up, this objection here of I've been burned before, because you already addressed it before the call. Extremely, extremely powerful. So let's jump into, I'm going to set up the pixel, okay? And then I'm going to set up the ads, then we'll set up the pixel last. So we've got our campaign set up. We've got our ad set up. The only thing we need to add there is the pixel, which is the tracking code. Again, I'm going to get to that in a minute. And then lastly, we need to just make the ad. So when it comes to the ad, there's a bunch of ways you guys can do this. I'll start with the website first. So all you have to do is just when you're in GoHighLevel, take your booking page, make sure your domain is connected. Let's say this is the domain we're using. Take this link or URL right here, go right here and pop it like so. And then boom, if you can preview URL, you can make sure it's sending people to the right page. Like that. All right, now we need to set up our ad creative. So we're going to select, depends on what you want to do, image or video ad. Here's the key difference between image and video ads. Image ads generally get lower intent people for a lower cost per lead. So the less you spend, the less you spend, the more you're going to get, essentially, compared to video ads. Where video ads are higher intent people come through the ads when they opt into them, but they're more expensive per cost per lead or cost per call. So based on your budget, if you don't have a massive budget, image ads are probably your way to go. If you have a larger budget and you only want to deal with people who have money and are qualified, then video ad is probably your way to go. Now I have two options, or I guess just options for each of these when it comes to this. Number 1, image ads look like this. I'm going to explain this in a minute. Extremely, extremely powerful. Takes 2 seconds to make in Canva. And if you want video ads, you go to arcads.ai. Okay. I've been a big proponent of this on my channel. I think it is a great platform. But essentially, ArcAds, you can create human-sounding, human-looking AI UGC actors. All you have to do is give it a script that is like a 30 to 45-second script, and it will. You choose the actor you want and it'll speak it to you. I'll give you guys an example right here. So when you guys sign up, it's only $10-ish per video, but you have to sign up for like $10 per video at a time. So you have to spend like $100. You'll get 10 videos with that package. Use ChatGPT, generate you an ad script. This is perfectly for real estate agents. And then you just, select the actor you want, like so. There's a bunch of actors here. And then it'll take 30 minutes to generate, and then you can generate it. I'll give you guys this example right here if you've never seen it. So,
are you a real estate agent who is still struggling to get more listings in 2025? In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show you my team, and I are helping over 100 agents like yourself make more money for less work and less time needed than ever before using AI in 2025.
Boom. So that's what it is. Essentially, you can have your entire ad here. For context, video ads, how they should be structured is the very first sentence or the very first line needs to be what's called a hook. This is to hook people into the ad in your current audience, right? So if we're trying to work with real estate agents, are you a real estate agent who is struggling to get more listings in 2025? That is a very clear call to action of who we want to work with, a call to a pain point that they have, which is getting more listings, and then any certain time frame, which is this year. So it makes it relevant. And then you could even add here, are you a real estate agent who is struggling to get more listing and wants to add AI into your business in 2025? I bet you would crush. And then the second part of the ad is what's called the body, okay? So the body is just explaining what you do, how you do it, and why it's important. All right, so this is like your pitch almost in a sense in the ad. What is gonna make them wanna opt in? And then the last part, which is just the call to action, the third part, or CTA, which is click learn more button below to apply and potentially use the system for yourself, okay? So making them click the learn more button below. Done, that's it. And you guys can use Arc Ads for all your video ads. I think it's a great platform. And that's what I recommend there. It takes very little time to do. You could be making these, eating Doritos on the couch at 3 a.m. if you wanted, and you get some super professional looking actor that sounds human and whatever, and it works, right? And they're working really well right now. The only piece of advice I'd give is if you guys run these ads, export them into like a CapCut, for example, or some sort of video editing platform. You don't have to be tech savvy at this at all to do it, and just cut out the blank spots, because AI, it kind of does have some weird blank spot moments. So just make sure that's kind of cut out. Now, when we go to image ads are very simple, okay? Some of the best ads, some of the best marketers in the world will tell you simplicity is key. And we just need to get the point across. We have a quick little, I guess, box to call out who we want and explain why they should opt in. And you need to be very, very intentional about this. So these ads I've referenced a lot here on this channel. These work great, okay? And what's gonna matter a lot is obviously who you're calling out and then your offer. So I'll give you guys two examples. Let's say we're working with roofers, okay? And these ads down here is an ad our agency is currently using, and we've closed tens of thousands of dollars worth of deals with it. So just I'll clue to that in a minute. Roofers doing 10 jobs per month, get 100 qualified appointments every single month guaranteed or you don't pay. Again, this is a big offer. This is a bold claim offer. If you can think you can do this, then great. All right. But this is the appointments guaranteed model or offer. And this is it's a little bit saturated today and it's not working as well. I'm going to give you guys some total game and some sauce around what is working well. And that is the pay per result model. And that is, it doesn't mean you're going to always do pay per result for your clients. Okay. So this is what an ad could look like. And I recommend you guys go to canva.com. You guys can make this. It takes 5 minutes to do. I don't even think it costs any money. And you guys just add text into a 600 by 600 blank slate. Okay. That's the resolution for ads, 600 by 600, at least for these. So the point of this is you're calling out your target audience up here. Again, this ad you're looking at right here has made us a lot of money, okay? And the reason I'm breaking this down is because it's important to understand why. So we will get you job opportunities for free, just pay per job. So you're probably sitting here and you're like, well, Carson, who wouldn't click on that ad? That's the point, okay? Everyone's gonna click on this ad, meaning you're gonna get a super cheap cost per call. Your calendar will be flooded. If you spend $50 to $100 a day on this, your calendar will be packed, okay? Or it should be packed. There's no guarantees there, of course, but like, our calendar was packed, spending $150 or $200 a day with this. And again, we're spending a lot more money, but like even at your scale, if you're only spending $30 to $50 a day, this crushes. Now, the reason we do pay per close, for those that aren't clear, is it gets a lot of people in through the door, especially if you're a newer AI agency owner. It gets you a lot of sales opportunities. And then you're going to present 2 offers on the call because we're not lying to people, okay? We never want to do a bait and switch or lie to people. We have a just pay per job. So we have a pay per job offer we present towards the end of our sales call, which is, as it sounds, pay per job. There's no money up front they have to pay. But of course, a client, they always have to pay ad spend. So ad spend is the money that they have to spend on Facebook and Instagram every day to obviously get potential clients. And that's what we're going to do for them. That's part of our service for the AI agency service. If you're not familiar with the AI agency service, please go watch my other videos. But we run ads for clients. And the point is we're going to make the ad spend a very, very high kind of barrier to entry. So then we only get super qualified people in to do the pay per job. All right. So for example, if you're a roofer on the call at the end of the call, yeah, man. So we have an option. We have a pay per close option. No money up front, but we do require you to spend $200 a day in ads. And the roofer might sit there and be like, that's way too much for me. I can't fork out $200 a day. You'd be like, well, no worries. If you can't do that, we do also have a cheaper offer, but it is have an upfront cost, and it's about $1,500 to $3,000 upfront. We'll say that's your offer, and it's a 3-month long service, and you only have to spend $30 a day in ads, or $40 or $50 a day in ads, a much cheaper ad spend for them. Okay, because then that allows you to use your budget and allocate a lot more money and time into a better team or into a better whatever, and you now have money up front, and that's how you close the deal up front. And then if they do go with the pay per job offer because they have enough money for ad spend, you're going to get really good at running ads. Okay, that's the benefit. You cannot lose with this offer because you get a bunch of opportunities for cheap cost, and you either get money up front because you downsell them on the actual ad spend part that they couldn't afford, or you do accept the ad spend part because they can spend that money, and you get really good at running ads, okay? Because you're going to spend a lot more money than usual, meaning you're going to go through a lot of creatives. So anyways, I know that was a little bit of a rant, but you guys can look at these here. We just have a bunch of different variations of kind of the same text, and we want to split test this, okay? So I'm going to download this real quick, and then I'm going to head over to the Facebook Ads Manager and show you guys what I mean. All right, so we're back. I'm going to click image ad, set up creative, image ad, and then I'm going to click next like so. And then I'm going to click upload, and then I'm going to upload these images I just showed you guys. Okay, now that I've uploaded 2 creatives, as you see here, because we're going to run 2 different ads, I'm going to click this one, for example. Just click one of the 2 that you have if you're doing exactly what I'm doing. You're going to have flexible media to show certain aspects. You can keep this on. This is fine, flexible media. And then click next. And then now we have what's called our ad copy. Now, ChatGPT can help you make this. Ad copy is essentially this primary text is the main copy you're gonna see. So I'm gonna just give you guys a quick example. Okay, by no means should you copy this copy. I'm just doing this to give you guys the example. And then headline, as you could imagine, you could just click pay per close like this, like so. And then description, you can leave blank, and then you can have call to action be learn more. Click next, and then we have all these enhancements. Just click done. Cool. So now this is what the ad actually looks like. We click expand. We have this. Okay. So this is what it looks like. So you guys can see some context of how it actually appears. And you guys can change the view of this. So like desktop feed, for example, looks like this. It's just a little bit bigger, but you guys get the point. And you guys can see how it looks on Instagram feed, Instagram stories, etc. Right? So flexible media, you can keep this on. That's fine. Optimize text per person. I like to actually have this on. So you can keep that on. And then everything should be set up when it comes to the creatives. So we have the website in, we have image, page connected. Cool. Okay, awesome. Now, the last thing there's 2 more things we really have to do here to get this campaign live and appointments on our calendars. We need to set up the Facebook pixel. Okay, so you guys are gonna head back over into your settings. You're gonna click data sources, and you're gonna go down to data and pixels. So I wanna quickly explain what a pixel is. So we're sending traffic of people to a non-Facebook page. That Facebook does not own our landing page that I'm showing you guys. They do not have access to see this unless we put what's called a pixel to view it. Because when people book a call here, we need to feed that data back into Facebook and tell it it's getting results. Because then Facebook can optimize to get more of those similar people. And then that's how the algorithm learns to go find more people like that. So we're gonna go right here. We're gonna click add at the top right. I'm gonna click we'll say example number 1. You can turn this off, click create. We'll let it do its thing. And then we're gonna go to click events manager like so. And then boom, we have this here. And then you're gonna click this option right here, set up metapixel. And then you're gonna click install code manually. And then you're gonna click copy code. So this is the actual code itself. You're gonna head back over to GoHighLevel. You're gonna click edit on the booking page. And then all we're gonna do here is just simply put the code at the top, because at this page, no one has given us their information yet. This is just the page where they do give us their information, and we don't have any data on them really yet. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna tell Facebook, this is the line here that kind of matters a lot, which is what we're optimizing for. So we're just gonna have Facebook track everyone that views our page, okay? So it knows how many people are actually getting to our website. Then we're gonna click save, update SEO, publish. Cool. We're gonna go back. Now we're gonna go to our booking or our pre-call page, and then we are gonna click edit, and then we're gonna add what's called the lead code, or you can add the schedule code, up to you. Click tracking code, enter like so. We're gonna take this, copy it, we're gonna paste it like so, and then we're gonna replace the page view with lead, okay? So now we're optimizing for everyone that hits this page as a lead, because anyone that could have gotten to this pre-call page had to have booked a call with us and give us their information, and even qualified if you have pre-qualifying questions on the calendar. So it's extremely important to know that. Click publish, boom. Now, what I like to do real quick is just fire the pages real quick so it knows that there is traffic going to it. So just the pixel is kind of getting a little bit warmed up a little bit. Cool. Okay, awesome. Now we can just kind of delete both of these pages. Good. And our pixel is set up. So we're going to click continue right here. You're going to turn on automatic advanced matchmaking so then it tracks and reads all this stuff. And then you're going to click done. Cool. That is the entire pixel, okay? There's a lot that goes behind this, and pixel is so confusing when you are newer to ads, and I can probably get where you guys are at. I relate to that a lot because I remember starting. Just know, trust the process, and then do your own research on your own end if you have more questions about it. But that in simple is how you should set it up for the way I'm showing you guys in this video. Now we're gonna click refresh on this page, or actually we have to go back to the business manager, and then we have to go to this pixel we just created, assign it to yourself, and then you go click connected assets. You're going to click connected assets, other business assets, and then you're going to assign to the ad account that you're using. Okay, and then it's going to have me verify my email, so let me quickly do that. All right, so we should be good if I click done and then I click refresh. Boom. Okay, now it's connected to the ad account. Now we go back here and then we click refresh, and then everything is done in the ad. Everything is done in the campaign level. Now we just have to go to the ad set level. We have it all like here. We're going to make sure our data set, click the pixel you just created, and then the conversion event is for lead. You're optimizing for leads. We put lead code at the end of that page where then people book, so that Facebook knows every time we get a booking, it can track and feed it back into its algorithm. Okay. Now that is pretty much it for everything. The only thing we need to do is add that second ad set in the second ad. So you're going to click right here, duplicate, existing campaign, duplicate. We're going to go ad set number 2. I always call it number 2. Everything is good to go here. We're going to keep the budget at 20. So each of these will be spending 20 because it's in the ad set budget optimization. All we have to do is change the creative, okay, assuming you're changing only the image itself. We're going to click remove media, add image, kind of media. And then I think this is the other one we didn't use. Okay, and you can keep everything the same. Boom. Now it is completely all set up. We have 2 different ad sets that'll each spend $20 a day on each ad, okay, that sits under each. And we are optimizing for leads. And we have our funnel set up, like I mentioned to you guys, with the ads that we created, okay? So that is exactly how you can make ads for your AI agency and do exactly what I was saying here. And all you have to do is you're going to click publish, make sure your payment method is added. Sometimes it's a good idea to add a backup payment method in case one fails and you don't want Facebook to flag your account and ban it. And you just click review and publish, and then you let the ads rip. So that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys have gotten some good value inside of this video, as I rarely do these like super interactive kind of inside the campaign looks at these videos. But here you guys go. So I hope you enjoyed. And if you have more questions for me, or you want to actually work with me, you guys know probably by now if you're watching this far, I do have a private AI agency mastermind where I help people do this a lot more in depth, at a lot more advanced level, spending $100, $200, $300 a day for people that are making a lot of money, and even for beginners who are just more starting so too. So if you were interested in my mastermind where you get access to all this stuff and almost daily calls with me and all the resources, templates, I'll have the top link in the description where you can apply to join it. Obviously, we're pretty tight on who we work with and who we let inside the mastermind, but essentially it's just a like-minded group of people who get value from me, of course, where I help them, and you get to meet a bunch of people who are also maybe at a similar spot or even a little bit ahead where you're at in your AI agency. So top link in the description for that, and I'll see you guys inside the next video. Like, subscribe, bye-bye.